I recently completed my 6th round on the Andy Cutler Chelation protocol to handle my mercury toxicity issues, and I wanted to share my journey with you in the hope that it can help you on yours. In this video, as well as the usual account of my round of chelation, I'll share some information on my diet and why I think it's helping me in my journey, and my aims for the channel, so stay tuned for that. I started my 6th round of chelation last Friday morning and finished it this Monday morning. I'm still taking 3 milligrams of DMSA and ALA per dose, with doses every 3 hours or 4 hours during the night, and I'm still taking my version of the Core 4, both on and off round. So, how have I felt this week? On my first day off round this week, I felt really bad. I woke up on Monday feeling terrible and feeling really cold internally. It's getting pretty cold here in the UK at this time of year, but on Monday I just found I couldn't keep warm and I kept standing by the radiator at work. That seems to be the norm at the moment. I felt worse and worse every hour on Monday. I felt my brain start to slow down and I felt myself becoming more irritable hour by hour. This bad feeling reached a certain point and then it pretty much stayed there until I started chelating again. I felt particularly bad on Monday evening as I needed to go shopping and I just really didn't want to go on the 40-minute walk. I sometimes feel an overwhelming urge to just lay back and do nothing, but it's definitely more frequent since I started chelating. My sleep still isn't great and I missed a dose during the night. I'm not sure if I woke up, turned my alarm off and then fell to sleep, or if I just slept through the alarm. When I started chelating, I would wake up in the night with the alarm and dutifully take my pills, but that seems to be getting harder and harder. I also had violent dreams again one night. This happens from time to time anyway, and I see it as a healing symptom, but it's worth noting and it seems to happen more when I feel particularly bad. I also missed the proper time for a dose because I went to an event that took longer than I expected and I hadn't taken enough pills with me. I don't often leave the house when I'm on round, but when I do, I usually separate some pills in my pocket and take them while I'm out and about. From what I've observed so far, it seems really important to take chelators on a constant schedule because I feel pretty bad when I don't. My memory is pretty bad at times. One morning, I woke up and had an idea for something to share in this video, and then I'd forgotten it by the time I found a pen and paper to write it down. I remembered it eventually, but I'm used to relying pretty heavily on my memory, so it is notable. My skin has been really dry, especially on my forehead and at the top of my back. It is cold now, so that could be something to do with it, but my skin is a lot drier than it usually would be at this time of the year. I have no idea what's actually happening, but I like to believe that it's because mercury is being removed from my brain and spinal cord. I also notice that I've had less of an appetite than usual. This is obvious to me because of my diet, but more on that later. On a high note, I'm really happy that I need 2 hands to count how many rounds of chelation I've completed. I find it important to celebrate small victories like this. My chelation journey may be long and it won't always be comfortable, so it's important to put a positive spin on it whenever I can. A few people have subscribed to my channel in the past week and I have bittersweet feelings about that. On the one hand, I'm happy that my videos must be helping you in some way, but on the other hand, I assume that you're going through a healing journey yourself, and I wish you weren't because I know how tough it can be. I just want you to know that I'm here to answer any questions that you have or point you in the direction of someone that can. I can't offer medical advice because I'm not that kind of doctor, but I've been through a lot on my journey and I have a lot of experience to share. Someone asked if I could talk about my diet. I've avoided this so far because diet is a very personal thing to people and it isn't strictly related to healing from mercury poisoning. In short, I'll just say that I've had personal experience with a lot of diets. This includes vegetarian, plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, low FODMAP, low lectin, low oxalate. I'm currently on a carnivore diet and I have been for the last 4.5 years. I believe this is helping me feel as well as I can on my chelation journey, and I'll share more about it in a dedicated video on the topic. This comes nicely to sharing my aims for the channel. I'll continue to make these videos every week. When I'm feeling particularly bad during the week, I often find myself wanting someone to share their story with me so that I can make sense of it all, and I don't want anyone else to go without that. I also look forward to looking back at my videos when I finish my chelation journey and seeing everything that I've endured and knowing how worth it was. I'll also make videos sharing my knowledge and experience on some other health topics such as diet and oxalate, but I'm not sure how often or when I'll get to do these. As well as working on this channel, I'm currently trying to get a business off the ground and working a full-time job, so my time is pretty stretched. As always, if you think you're mercury poisoned, I hope this account helps you convince yourself that you're not crazy, you're not alone, and you can heal. Check out the videos above for more accounts of my chelation journey.